Often when people see this in my videos, they accuse me of being a Makita fanboy. Well, check this guy out. If I'm a Makita fanboy, then what does it make this guy? Look at this. Now wait on, is that my bench?
G'day everyone, today's video is a bit different from Makita because I'm not doing a Makita tool review. I'm not even doing a Makita update. This is instead a video about some of the other stuff you can get from Makita that isn't a tool or isn't readily available or isn't available to purchase at all. Makita have a lot of things that they give away for promos. There's the stuff we all know like beanies and hats and socks and t-shirts and coffee cups and these mugs and bottle opener key rings and standalone bottle openers, all sorts of things. But there's also some much bigger stuff which we'll get into in a moment. I haven't decided what this video is going to be called, so if the title was something like Makita Tools Money Can't Buy, don't get too angry, okay? Of course money can buy pretty much everything. But these are products that Makita doesn't usually sell. I know they do sell some of the merch stuff now in certain countries. They have websites for that. But most of these things are giveaways or available to stores only or repair centers and things like that. And a lot of the bigger stuff is things that Makita gives away in promos. But we'll start with the stuff on the bench and then we'll head off and look at some bigger stuff. For the stuff that's in this video, if I can find any links to any of it, I will put them down in the description. But don't hold your breath because a lot of these things either aren't available anymore or, you know, like I say, they're not available to buy. And so it's just luck if you happen to see one on eBay or something like that. But let's get the small stuff out of the way and we'll have a look at a couple of items at the back of the bench here. First up, let's take a look at the Makita battery checker. Now this battery checker will check 18 volt batteries if you put them on here, or with the assistance of this adapter, we can now put 40 volt batteries on there. Now, I won't go into full depth about all the features of this. If you want to see that, have a look at this video up in the top corner, down in the description. I've done a couple of videos on this thing, but I'll just quickly show you what it roughly does. So if we take a look, put the battery on, it'll tell you how many charges. It's had 54 charges. It's currently 50% charged, so 2 lights should show on there. Bingo bango. 16 degrees internally at the moment in Celsius, or 61 Fahrenheit. The top line there is battery health, 36.2 volts, so you can see the cells are about half depleted. 10 cells in this battery, 10 cells showing there. So that's a good way to find out which cell inside this battery is in trouble. If one of them is giving you jip, you can see exactly which one it is. When one of these batteries is charged, incidentally enough, it's just over 41 volts, usually about 41.1, between 41 and 41.5 basically. And then we've got some diagnostic tools at the end, which I'm not going to go into if you want to know about that. Like I said, up in the top corner. These are basically for service centers, but Makita Japan has recently started selling them. You can power it with 4 AA batteries, or you can plug in a Makita battery, as I have with a USB in the back. So that is the Makita battery checker. It's a very cool little unit, and if you're interested in one, take a look down in the description. The prices have come down since Makita Japan have started selling them to the general public. Next up, this is, as you can see, a drill bit holder. It's a display stand for Makita drill bits, and you can buy these from Makita. They're not usually, you know, sold at Makita stockists. Sorry, I'm just getting the dust off it with these gloves, which incidentally are quite handy because I can actually fiddle around on the touchscreen on my camera and it still works through these gloves, so that's nice. And they're quite comfy. They've got the shock absorption on the top there if you're doing rocks or anything you're whacking your knuckles. Quite good. Quite padded on the palm there too. Anyway, we're not here to talk about gloves because you can just go and buy those, can't you? These you can also buy as well. They're not as readily available. I used to see them on Amazon all the time, but I haven't seen them for a while. If you are interested, I will try and find some links. They do them in metric and in imperial, and they go up in metric. They go up in 0.5 millimeter increments basically. Apart from here, we've got a 6.25. That's still not enough, so I have put in some other little dividers the other day. So you can access this from the front because it is a display cabinet, you can of course access it from the back, the retailer, and it locks front and back. Yeah, so if I can find any of those available at the moment, I will stick a link down in the description. Before we get on to the bigger, more interesting stuff, I'll show you a few things that you can buy that are just cheap little interesting things that a lot of people don't know about. One is of course the invisible battery. Look at that. Woo. This is a battery roll cage protector, whatever you want to call it. Designed originally for LXT. It does fit on this XGT drill, as you can see, but it will only take the 2 and the 2.5 amp hour batteries because they are basically the same size as the LXT ones. So it just gives your battery a bit of protection if you're working in a rough environment, and this is all rubbery as well, so if you're banging against things you're less likely to damage them. I tend to leave this on this tool now, and if you're interested in one of those, have a look down in the description. They're not available in every Makita market in the world. They don't sell them here in New Zealand as far as I'm aware, but they're quite easy to get in the UK. I'll put some links down in the description. There was something else I wanted to get for this video, but I could only find it from a German seller on eBay, and he never replied to my messages. The picture is currently on the screen. It is a USB flash drive. It's only 16 gigabytes, so I mean, I wouldn't have got it for functional purposes, but it's just cute looking, isn't it? A little sort of key ring USB battery thing. So I'll put a link, if I can find one again, to that, and if you live in the right part of the world, you might be lucky enough and you might be able to buy one. Then maybe you can send it to me. So anyway, down there. This is something else I recently ordered. These have been around for a little while. It is a bit holder shaped like a battery. It's just a quirky bit holder basically. But these are readily available in the US and in the UK, and I'll put a link down in the description to those as well. I was hoping it would be here on the bench for me to show you, but bum bum. Now let's get into some of the promo stuff. Makita have done a lot of promo giveaways over the years. So these are things like, you know, you go into a shop, you spend $1,000 and they put you in the draw to win such and such, you know, whatever it happens to be. A Makita radio and an umbrella and a towel and a skateboard, or whatever the competition is, depending on sort of things you're buying. And this one in the background, as you can see, is one I won, I don't know how long ago, let's say a year ago. And it was a Rule the Outdoors competition. They had 20 of these to give away in a pack with some other stuff. I can't remember what it was, you know, other merch, t-shirt, hat, drink bottle, that sort of thing. Makita have been big on pushing outdoor power equipment in recent years, and so this is all part of the Rule the Outdoors range, which you will see a few more of in a moment. So I don't know a lot about skateboards, so I don't know if it's really, you know, up to riding around too much. Looks alright. I mean, it's made of plywood there. It's a long board. I like the wheels. I like the translucent teal there on the wheels. It of course comes with 4 of those. Whee! The livery here on the bottom you will see again in a moment, with the Japanese looking sun there, Rule the Outdoors, and the date. Makita was founded 1915. Now these are promos, so Makita don't sell them, but if there are any available on eBay at the time of me uploading this video, I will put a link down in the description. If you really want one, you might have to keep an eye out for a while until one becomes available. Right, let's now take these promos up another level. What about a Makita tool chest? How cool is this? Eh? Got the drawers up on the top here. Oh, pretty cool. And then, hello, this isn't a tool cabinet at all. It's actually a fridge. Fridge and tool cabinet in one. Pretty nifty. But this fridge is my favourite, for obvious reasons. Actually, it's about that time of the day. Now, as well as the fridge that you saw earlier, there is also some cool side boxes. We've got a big one here. I'll show you a smaller one in a moment. And here is a nice Makita chair. Just remember, you can't buy this stuff. Well, you might buy it on a auction site or something like that. Makita don't sell these things, not in this part of the world anyway. got a Makita picnic rug there. There's the new little new cooler. Just takes the one battery, 7 litres. There's the first one there, 20 litre. Here we've got a Makita sort of wind shelter tent type dealie. There's the other smaller sight box. Seems to be a big push by Makita at the moment to do outdoor equipment, the camping range and all the outdoor power equipment. There is a bit of a round rug there, and there's another one just over here. You'll be hard pressed to find one of these in New Zealand. I actually won another competition from Makita many moons ago, right back probably near the start of tools and stuff, and it was something much bigger than a skateboard. So there she is, with all her advertising regalia. Plus the drink holder here, which one on each end, they fold up. So the picture on this side of the chainsaw, I've got that chainsaw. So there she is in all her glory. Now all I need is a friend, so I can play it. Right, so we're almost at the end of this episode. Thanks for watching, and if you are interested in more reviews and more information about stuff that I'm doing, what's coming up, if you want to get these videos earlier, if you want to get them without ads, take a look down in the description, click on that Patreon link and check out Patreon. I also give away tools each month on Patreon as well, and that has included 12 volt Makita gear, stealth mounts, 40 volt Makita tools, Makita merch, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in that, check it out down in the description. It also helps me to make more videos. And if you sign up to Patreon, you'll get your name running down the side of the screen here at the end. Or it might be this side, or it might be down the middle. Who knows? Haven't worked that bit out yet. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please consider doing that and clicking the like button and stuff. It all just helps make this thing run a little bit easier. And don't forget to tune in next week, because the video next week is amazing. It's like you guys are gonna be like, woo! Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the video is yet. It could be anything. There's all sorts of things being done, so I'm not sure what the video will be, but it'll be amazing, obviously. So, thanks again for watching, and I will see you then, and I'll leave you with this clip of a magic Makita merch item. Cheers, guys. Oh, and Makita, if you're watching and you've got a spare small sight box, I might have a space for it somewhere. Prepare to have your mind blown. Wait for it. Wait for it. Any minute now. Uh-oh, it's magic. Every little thing she does is magic. And other magic... Can't even talk. Other magic related tunes. Pretty cool, huh? Every time you fill your mug up with piping hot coffee, you'll get a picture of an impact driver and a drill. Pity they use such shitty impact drivers and drills, not the high-end ones. Some lightning bolts, and the same picture on the other side, eh? How do they do it? Yeah, that's about it for this video. Zip.